Hi everyone, it's Meredith with Soulnavigation. I hope my video finds you wonderful and well. Today we are going to talk all about Virgo, and we are going to do the deep dive on how to make a Virgo fall madly in love with you and never want to leave you. This is going to be a slightly smarter than usual video. In this series, I've had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. We'll still have those, but we're going to go in a little bit of a deeper dive. I'm going to give you the true dirt, the true grit. We're going to go past the stereotypes. We're going to go past the surface, and we are going to get down and dirty with our Virgos. So it's going to be smarter than usual because we have to make it suitable for our smarty pants Virgos. So if you have your moon or your sun or your rising sign or your Venus, or especially your Mars, if your Mars is in Virgo, this video is for you. This is the placement that I am talking about specifically. But if you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, or if you have a lot of planets in the 6th house, listen up to this video, or if you're involved with a Virgo or a Virgo rising or a Virgo moon, because this is how you seduce a Virgo. Virgos are tricky. You know, once you land a Virgo, you might feel like you are the luckiest person in the world, because nobody works harder than a Virgo at loving you than your Virgo lover. They love being in love and they work hard at it. They don't take anything for granted. They're very special that way. Mercury, as you know, is their ruling planet. And so they are unusually good at communication and at thinking. They may not use their voice as much as Gemini, but trust me, they will be obsessively using their sharp, analytical superpowers on you in this relationship. Their analysis and their superpower of just being so highly analytical is like a machine running underground at the stealth level in your relationship all the time. You know that my name is Meredith. I'm with Soulnavigation. I've owned my own astrology company, corporation, for 20 years, and I'm an evolutionary astrologer, and I love sharing my gift and my passion with you. If you want to book a reading, or if you want one of the very, very best love and relationship compatibility reports, just go to the notes section, go to my online scheduler, and you can purchase one today. I try to turn them around really fast, but they are so, so juicy and so, so good. And if you have your birth time and your lover's birth time, they're really long. They can be up to 30 pages long. There's nothing better than my compatibility reports, and you won't find this on the market. So go down below in the notes and go to my online scheduler and look for all the different reports that I sell. The point of this video is Virgo, 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 how to seduce your Virgo. So you know Virgo is the sign of the Virgin, but let's just bust that myth right there. Do not get it wrong. These people are no saints. I mean, some of them are, but many of them are very, very, very kinky, and they like to explore once they feel safe. They are some of the most sensual and good lovers out of the entire zodiac. They are an earth sign, like Capricorns are the goat, the horny goat, and Tauruses, the bull, the horny bull. Here we have the Virgin, right? But they have a similar flavor as Taurus and Capricorn. Watch this series all the way through, because today we're going to explore the top 10 seduction techniques on how to get your Virgo to fall madly in love with you, body, heart, mind, and soul, and never want to leave you, and how to get them madly, passionately crazy about you, obsessively thinking about you, and never wanting you to leave. How you can get your Virgo to desire you, crave you, and just worship you, to be honest. I love starting with the aphrodisiac. What turns a Virgo on? Appear perfect. Because we know you're not, but just appear as if you are. I'm sorry. I realize that there is no such thing, and this is where we're going to go deeper than normal, okay? So I want to get really real about this for a minute. And I want to tell you what appearing perfect really is. We are, like I said, starting off a little bit more serious. In this series, I've had a lot of playful fun, especially in my Scorpio and Sagittarius videos. Go back and watch them if you haven't already. I have to start with this because Virgos are just so genuine and so real. I'm calling it perfect, but what I really genuinely at the core mean is appear perfect, but really be radically self-accepting. Accept yourself and carry yourself with radical self-love and radical self-acceptance until you really carry yourself that way and show yourself in that vein. It's better if it's real and not a game and not fake, because they'll see right through that. But this, my friends, radical self-love, radical self-acceptance is Virgo's version of perfection. There is nothing sexier to a Virgo than to be with somebody who embraces self-mastery, self-acceptance, and immovable, unflappable self-love. This is true, perfect confidence. This is true perfection, and I'm serious. This is how they are built to master themselves, to grow, to become enlightened by the end of their life, which, by the way, probably is not going to be happening because it takes lifetimes to become enlightened. But if you meet a Virgo, you are meeting somebody who is in a deep, deep, deep quest to grow and to master and to perfect themselves, to push the boundaries and to develop the very best version of themselves that they can. They are ferociously focused on embracing their authentic self. And that's what they're looking for in a partner too. They are so ferociously focused on mastering their gifts and their talents and their craft. And they love, love, love this same value in their partner. So master yourself. Appear perfectly you. Even in all your flaws, own them. Be on the path to do just that. And then, are you ready? You can master them. Sexy seduction tip number uno. Be your word. Virgos have a sense of virtue, and they will not only strive to be this themselves, but they will absolutely not allow themselves to fall in love with somebody who is not their word. They cannot do it. They cannot handle liars, cheaters, or stealers. You have to be who you say you are. On a side note, I think Virgos can easily attract partners. So if you are a Virgo, please, please let me know if this is true. I think Virgos attract partners that are not always truthful, partners that lie, cheat, and steal. I think they attract partners who abuse the truth sometimes, or aren't completely honest, or aren't true to their word. Somebody who, fudges on their height or their weight or their age on their profile, online profile. And let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you are a Virgo and you kind of agree. And the reason why I think it is because I think that they're in a game of contrast learning. And contrast learning is where you're going to get the opposite thing that you're learning so you can contrast it and know what you don't want. So for example, Pisces, Pisces is the healer. So oftentimes they attract the underdog. They attract those people that really need healing, because the healed doesn't really need a healer, right? It's contrast learning. So I think this is just sort of the cost of entry, especially for young Virgos. So if you're meeting online and you've lied about your age or your height or your weight, Virgo is not going to like that and probably not going to want to date you. So most likely they're going to say, if you start out with a lie, then what else are you going to lie about? So just be honest. If anything, Virgos can handle it. They can totally handle whatever your truth is. they'll talk about it with you. They're reasonable and they can handle the hard to hear truth way more than just a convenient lie. Because they're trying to dance with the truth in this lifetime, they're going to attract these liars so they can learn how much they truly value and need this truth. Be honest and be your word. Sexy seduction tip number 2, embrace your natural beauty. They do not trust flashy, splashy, glitzy glam. They might like it. They might be able to be that if the situation or the party calls for it. But if you are too over the top, or if you are too fake, and you can never ever show them that natural, real side to you, and if they can't get you to let your guard down and get vulnerable with them, they're not going to sink into you. They want to see and they want to experience the real you, not the public persona. Beyonce is a Virgo, but she is a very real person, and she demands that in her relationships. Although she can wear that glamorous part, that's the perfection, right? She can wear that and do that, but that is not who she is behind the scenes with her love. Sexy seduction tip number 3, be humble. Virgos do not like big, braggy, cocky jerks. They don't. They can't stand people who think the world revolves around them. They can't stand know-it-alls. And even though they can be that, I know they can be that, they utterly detest people who bully other people, who are loudmouths, who are crass. They don't like people who steal other people's rightful spotlight. They can't stand people getting credit or taking credit for things that they didn't really do or didn't really deserve. Virgo honors its teachers. They really do. They are humble in their approach to life. They eventually, in their wisdom, they go from being the humble student into becoming the humble guru. And if you teach them something, do it with humility and do it with grace. Remember, for Virgos, less is more. Are you a Virgo? Tell me if it's true. Sexy seduction tip number 4, have discernment. No giant PDA, please, for your Virgo. They do not like that. You can hold hands, you can be sweet, but they probably don't want you to shove your tongue down their throat. They also usually dress more modestly. They like a sexy librarian in a way that makes your imagination do the work. But they don't like, brash or brazen, trashy outfits. No, they don't. It has to have taste, refinement, and elegance. They like classy, sexy outfits. Wear something appropriate to wherever you're going and actually, be what the environment is asking you, or the party or the event is asking you to be. Be appropriate for whatever occasion you're going to. But they won't want to be embarrassed by your stupid ass showing up in some trashy outfit or not understanding, what to wear and where you're at. If you're supposed to wear a black tie, then wear a black tie. If you're supposed to wear, a formal gown, then wear a formal gown. But do not show up in blue jeans if it is a black tie event. And do not be overly flamboyant or underdressed. You have to have a sense of propriety and you have to have tact. Sexy seduction tip number 5, be an asset and be of value. Be worth something in this relationship. Sorry to be so pragmatic, but they're not going to attach themselves to somebody who's in it just for the ride. Nope. You must be useful. You got to pull your own weight. They'll pull theirs and they probably will even pull yours. So you got to toe your own line. They need you to add value in their life in some way, shape, or form. If you bring money, great. If you're a handyman or a handywoman, fantastic. If you bring great intimacy, super. You know, they need you to deliver the goods in some way, shape, or form. They are the servant in the zodiac, so they're used to serving others, making others feel better, helping others, and being of, great assistance to you. They can do that in their sleep. They are over the top beyond helpful, and they rarely are ever going to ask you for anything. So just notice what they might need help with and just dive in and tackle those things, helping them. Don't ask them what they need. They'll say nothing. They're not even used to anybody ever asking. So if you do ask that, it's really sweet of you, but they're not going to tell you. They don't even know what they need help with. Just look around, and see what they need. If you ask them, they're going to lie to you because they have a guilt asking for help, and they're going to just say they don't need anything. So it's not true. So it's just best if you pick up the pieces and you start working on what it is they need help with. I promise you, you take out their trash, they'll take off their clothes. You do the dishes every night. Oh my God, they're in heaven, right? They're absolutely in heaven. You just got to bring something to the table. These people do not just buy into a pretty face or a hot body. Nope, your pretty face and your hot body, your ass needs to be of use. Don't be mad at me. If you haven't already seen my Everything Virgo video, that's a great video. It's only 10 minutes long. It's super short, but it gives you more insight into Virgo. And I think Virgo is oftentimes misunderstood. So it'll be really good for you to head over to that video and take a peek at it. It was the very first video I did, so you can laugh at me because I'm kind of nervous in it. But I think I did it in 2014 maybe, but it was my very first video and I was a little bit shy. So give me a break, leave me a comment, go check it out. It's kind of humorous. It's funny to go back and watch these things. Number 6, be clean and have good hygiene. I am sure you have heard that everywhere, but make it a big effort in your life to be clean and tidy and well presented. Your body, your house, your office, your bedroom, they love that. Many Virgos are neat freaks, but not all of them are. And I know a few Virgos that are like crazy ass slobs. I can't believe I'm using all this naughty language in my Virgo video. Forgive me. But I will say, even the sloppy ones are kind of turned off by bad hygiene, and they do not like grungy, disheveled, disorganized people. They don't. And even if they are like that a little bit, they can be kind of hypocritical because they don't want that in a partner, because that's not self-mastery. That is not, if they're disheveled or they're not exactly presenting in the way they want to, they still have a goal to be that thing. They still know the difference and they want to be that better version of themselves. So if you show up and you represent that milestone, they love that. So be well groomed and look healthy and pay attention to your hair, your nails, your shoes, your accessories. Virgo men, they have an eye. They have an eye for detail, and they will pick up on every single detail in your appearance. And not just you, they do this in all arenas in life. So don't make the mistake, though, of vamping it up or dressing up too provocatively. They don't like cheap. They don't like cheap. There's a frugality to Virgo, but they still know quality. Play it up, have a sweet and a demure, have just a refined, graceful quality to your presentation. Okay, seduction tip number 7, be witty. They love intellectual humor. Bob Newhart, I thought he was a Gemini. He's a Virgo. If you don't know who Bob Newhart is, I'm not surprised. But back in the 70s, oh my God, he was one of the most wittiest comedians. He just so smart, deadpan, dry humor, really funny. You have to be intellectual or at least smart to get his sense of humor. Virgos are not always the funniest in the room, but my God, they love a sense of humor. They are so witty. They love a great stand-up comedian who shows you the truth in humor. They love seeing the paradoxical viewpoint. They love irony. They lace their jokes in irony, and they are the sign that can be so flippin' funny without profanity. It's amazing. They love ironic humor. They love astute humor. So enmesh intelligence with comedy, and these people will never be able to leave. They won't be able to live without you. The next person that rolls into their life will not be able to hold a candle to you. If you are smart and funny, oh my God, they will forever attach themselves to you. That's how you get them to want to marry you. I'm not kidding. So, seduction tip number 8, appreciate their craft. They love to be needed. They love to have the quiet admiration for the good works that they do. They don't want loud compliments in the starry spotlight of the world. They don't want giant fireworks necessarily. I mean, some do if they've got Leo in their chart, but they will like and love respect and recognition. They do like it when somebody bows down to their feet once in a while and says, wow, I am awe-inspired by you. I am amazed at how you built your motorcycle from top to bottom, how you rebuilt that engine in your Jeep. Wow, I can't believe that you know how to bake bread like this. I can't believe how gourmet your cheesecake recipe is. You could win the blue ribbon at the state fair for that cheesecake recipe. Or that massage therapist that I saw today, she doesn't hold a candle to you. Or look at how you organized your Christmas wrapping paper closet. They do stuff like that. They actually probably have their Christmas wrapping paper organized, or how they surprised you with organizing your sock drawer and they just blew your mind, or how they organized their Spotify track, right? Give them a trophy, whisper in their ear how unbelievably talented and amazing they are. You want to know who an amazing Virgo is? The quintessential Virgo who worked his butt off and then worked more. It's Kobe Bryant, right? And he became an artist later in life and a writer. Virgos are brilliant writers. They're brilliant communicators. They're so highly attuned to analysis, data analysis, like the guy in Moneyball who analyzed all the stats. They can just memorize statistics. And so they're highly detailed and organized, and the hardest workers. I always say Virgos get underpaid. They don't know their worth. And the reason why they get underpaid is not because the cash is actually too low. It's because when they're supposed to work 40 hours for that amount of work, they are the ones that will work 60 to 80 hours. So instead of getting paid $15 an hour, they're actually getting paid $4 an hour because they put in so much sweat equity. That's why I said you will feel like the luckiest person in the world if a Virgo is madly, passionately in love with you, because nobody will work harder at their relationship than a Virgo. Look at Kobe Bryant. Look at what kind of father he was. Look at what kind of basketball player he was. Did you see his film? I mean, if that didn't move you to tears, wow. If you have not seen his film or read his books, please go do that. His analysis was amazing, and he was so devoted and worked so hard. He was a great lover to his wife, a truly great lover. He loved her well. I know all the other stuff, and he got off track, and I think he hated himself for that. I think he made horrible mistakes. By the end of his life, his short life, he did find redemption. I do believe that. Oh, I just got chills. Did you get chills? I just got chills. Yeah. Tell me what you think about that. and study his life a little bit if you don't know who he is and what he really accomplished. Because, you know, I had underestimated him when he kind of fell from grace. And then when I watched the memorial and I saw what Michael Jordan and what his wife had said about him, I was just moved to tears. Anyways, give them the trophy, but most of all, they really do mostly want your respect. Don't do it for fake, though. It has to be for real. It has to be genuinely real. They know the difference. They have a really big BS meter. Let's do seduction tip number 9. Don't lead with a shock value. Unless they have Aquarius or Scorpio in their chart, do not sleep with these people too quickly. Do not have sex with these people on the first date. I know they might give you a free pass, but if you want these people to be your forever, you have to be modest and you have to go slow. They don't want a lot of shock value right away. They don't want to be creeped out, and they can get creeped out pretty fast. So ease them into the shocking parts of your disgusting personality. That was just joking, just joking, just joking, just joking, just joking. But if you are a little bit more on the kinky side, God, unravel that like inch by inch by inch over years' time, okay? Because these people go gentle into the night with these Virgos. People, you're going to scare them off if you just let yourself just be revealed too fast, too quick, too hardcore, you know, go easy. So over time, they'll meet you there. Let me tell you this, you have to win their trust. And when you do, there isn't anything they won't do for you. There isn't. Remember, they like to serve. So let me prove this to you, okay? You remember Anna Steele from 50 Shades of Grey? I'm pretty sure she would be a Virgo. And this would explain her loyalty and her faithfulness, her ability to analyze Christian Grey's every move, her love for literature, communicating, writing, and thinking, and her submissiveness. So oftentimes they get into master-servant role, right? Oftentimes they are attracted to a dominatrix or a dom, and they become the servant. Master-slave, master-servant, teacher-student role. Oftentimes these roles are played out sexually where they become the submissive. So at first, Virgos are kind of shy and subtle, but so you need to be down to earth and real and not creep them out and not put your kink out there too fast. And they end up serving your every need. If you want a muse, a male muse or a female muse, this is your person. They need to learn to be receptive to you. So they need gentle, gentle touch. Go slow. Create a waiting game, a hurry up and wait game. They will fall in love with you. So drive their senses into euphoria through touch and taste, and have long and drawn out sensual sexual expression with them. Blindfold them, inspire or encourage them sweetly into trusting you so much that they can lie down in submission. Seduction tip number 10. First, I have to remind you, go get my relationships report, my love and relationships report. It is the best on the market. You will love, 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 love it. I promise you, especially if you're involved with a Virgo. So, seduction tip number 10. You ready? You're not going to expect this one. Here goes. Need them. Give them a purpose. Sweetly enlist their talent, their craft, their mind-blowing knowledge, and their assistance and help into whatever project you're working on. They are better doers than receivers. And then, as a thank you, inspire them to receive you. Inspire them to receive your love, your helpfulness, your time, your attention. Switch it on them. So they are so oftentimes underappreciated, and it's because they just don't ask for what it is they need. So just show up silently in their life, right? You're going to kind of switch the roles on them. You're going to need them, and you're going to receive them, and then you're going to thank them. And inside this thank you, you're not going to ask them for what it is they need. you're just going to do it. You're just going to deliver it. You're going to thoughtfully and astutely observe what is missing in their life. So bring them the juicer that you know that they need because they want to start juicing, or bring them the Roomba, that vacuum cleaner, so they don't have to vacuum ever again in their whole life, right? They will love that. Buy them a maid service for a whole month, or fix something in their house, or help them fix up their home, either with design, style, new fabulous pillows or paint, or actually fix something that's broken in their home. Give them the gift of, I see what you need and you don't even have to tell me. Oh my God, these people will die. If you are a Virgo or Virgo in Mars, tell me that you won't love that. If that doesn't seduce your Virgo, they're not a Virgo. They run on such high anxiety, and this is what brings them a sense of peacefulness. This is what truly will help them, and they will just bask in your presence as if your arms are like a hammock that they're swinging in. And I'm not kidding. What will happen is in your thank you, in your thoughtfulness, in them receiving you, which they never do, by the way, they learn to trust. They learn to submit. They learn to feel safe enough for maybe the first time in their life that they completely submit to trusting you in your word and your thoughtfulness. And this removes the high anxiety that they run on. These people have really high anxiety. And when they trust you and you are so thoughtful, it brings them a sense of peace that they are not used to having. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to buy my Love and Relationships report. You will love this report. It is so, so good, especially if you're involved with a Virgo. Virgos are massively complex. You will love this report. It is the best on the market. It is so, so good. And if you have your birth times, it's even better. So here's your bonus tips, okay? We'll go through them really, really fast. So be a little old-fashioned. Don't have sex on the first date. Go slow. Don't shock them. Be thoughtful and sweet and no drama. Be down to earth, real and authentic. Be the real you. Don't be afraid to take off the mask. They love, 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 love natural beauty. Grace is so seductive for this Virgo lover. Be creative. Be helpful, useful, and thoughtful. And don't forget, your Virgo will always keep it real. So be willing to take their constructive criticism because they've got their eye on perfection. All right, that's my Virgo video. I hope you loved it, and how to make a Virgo fall in love with you. If you've already made your Virgo fall in love with you, please leave a note in the comments because everybody wants to know. Do you agree with this video? Do you have more techniques? What are your thoughts? Please share with everybody. Let's build a great Virgo community. And just know, from my home to yours, I'm wishing you the very, very best. Thanks for being here with me. I load content every Sunday at 9:30. Ring the little bell and please be a subscriber. I'm so grateful. Take good care. Bye for now.